funny.
Hello. Good evening. Welcome back to the Alaris 2 campaign here Monday nights on Roll Propelled Gamers. As always, let's start with a recap of last week's session. You all spent your first day in Astun, heading to Ravenforge, where upon pressing an apothecary, you ended up meeting up with the resistance in the town, which knew of the dig site at which Prometheus's father was being held. You all made your way out there and encountered some odd enemies who seemed to burn and vanish in the daylight before making your way down into the center of the dig site itself, where the artificer Eon Marth was fought, possessed by Vecna, and then defeated. You all investigated the statues, discovering the two gods they represented, trying to figure out the third, before heading up topside and out of the ruins, where you were confronted by the prince. He asked you all nicely to enter into his cart. And that is where we will take off this evening. You all get into this luxury-lined carriage. Huge big carriage. Can fit like 8 people across on both sides. Plenty of room inside of it. And, what would you all like to do?
Sit there in disgust, but not say a word.
I wrap my arm protectively around Bryn.
She'll clutch him back, not knowing what to do.
And I'll just sit there with my arms folded, not taking my eyes off Simon.
Lucy's admiring the craftsmanship of the carriage. She's seen a few of these back at home, but this one's quite large.
I assume Tomash is just observing as well.
I am.
What's Royce doing?
Sitting there. I don't think he's ever seen anything. Definitely has never seen anything like this. In terms of, like, the opulence of it. It's gold-threaded, red leather interior.
This prince is overcompensating for something.
Possibly.
What do you think? Like rednecks with big trucks.
Too much lift kit?
It's a little bit.
So Prince Blackthorn's in the carriage already?
He directs you guys inside and then follows after you.
Where is he sitting in relation to all of us? Like, I'm assuming he's at the head of the carriage,
So
close to the driver.
There's 2 benches. Each side can hold about 8 people. Crammed in.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a wide load.
Or is it more of a TARDIS situation where it's bigger on the inside?
A little bit of the latter. It's a very big carriage on the outside, but the interior should not be this big. So if you guys all sit on the one side, he will take the other.
I just turn and look out the window.
All right.
I'm just still staring at him, waiting for him to say something.
He's trying to get a sense of all of you in the dim lighting of the carriage. It's a little bit brighter than outside. Not by much. Candlelight doesn't super help. So, what sort of trouble did you all get yourselves into this time?
What do you mean this time?
You see, we worship and hear things. Whispers of what has happened and what is to come from our God.
Are you talking about the green idiot?
I would ask you here in my homeland to show some respect, but I understand the want to insult.
You're talking about the guy with the hand in the eye. He's not a god yet.
He gave us this power. Does that not make him a god?
No,
Hmm.
he's just a lich.
And what did he ask in return for that power?
The churches and the loyalty.
So he could ascend.
I did not care what purpose. My brother and I only sought power.
All right, back up for a second. You said you wanted our respect. Well, here's where we're coming from. And I'll slowly pull out all the scraps of clothing from my family that we found at the very first ruin and just place them down on his lap slowly, one by one, until he's got this small pile of rags on his lap. And then I take out the half-finished letter from my father that he wrote me and place that on top and let him read it. And I'll say, that's where I'm coming from. That's what your God did to my family.
He's evil in nature.
I don't think this great man in front of us cares about that at all. Would I be right?
I'm sure he doesn't, Prom.
No.
I just want to illustrate that I'm not afraid of him.
But we
There's
should be.
nothing he can do to me that's worse than what that lich motherfucker has already done to my family.
The question is not what your God has done to us. Question is, what does he ask of you? As you must know, he's not one to share power.
And see, now you're asking the right questions. Well, saying the right things.
Seems to me you would have preferred us to stop Eon.
I would have preferred a lot of things to happen differently.
Yes, I would agree with that statement as well. But we are here and now. And these are the cards that we have been dealt.
But I also am intrigued that 7 shadows awoke our god, and 7 people appear trying to stop Eon and fail. But can't be coincidence, can it?
Of course it can. Have you looked up the definition of coincidence?
Not recently.
It's literally that. It's that.
Let us not disparage our friend here, our benefactor. You are correct.
He hasn't been affected anything to us yet.
He has.
I mean, I could
Who is
stop
giving us
damage right now.
Exactly.
Ed? All that benefacting?
The question I have is how do we proceed? It's clear that our presence here is triggered your God's
He's not a god.
attention. And I look over to Bale and I just kind of glare at him.
Royce elbows him in the gut, like, when he says that, like...
Elbow me again, I'll bite it off. He's not too happy.
So, what's it going to be, Simon? I heard you admiring my friend here for asking the right questions, but so far I haven't heard any answers.
I will keep his name out of my mouth when talking about him. But we have 2 equal problems here in this empire of my brothers. One being a god seeking the empire, one of our own worship. And the other being this resistance.
I'm not going to help someone who's evil.
And I think you're insane if you think all he wants is worship. That might be all he wants for now, but you're going to end up paying for it one way or the other.
He wants total domination and control.
Oh, I am entirely aware of that.
That means you'll be a puppet.
Right. Which I don't want to have happen.
Then denounce him.
No,
And
that's
die.
not a solution, Bale. You saw what happened when we spoke his very name. He took us over like that. We need to be a lot more intelligent about our approach. And our friend, our benefactor, who is kind enough to give us a ride back to town, clearly is closer to our enemy than we could ever wish to be.
How far are we from town?
You guys still got probably like another 3 hours.
It seems that you and us want the same thing to a degree.
If you
Indeed.
want power, allying yourself with him is not the way to get it. All he'll bring you is death and destruction eventually.
And I look over to Alvin. I think he has already got all the power he desires.
And then
It
what
is-
comes next?
Yes.
It is the repayment for that power that he wishes to avoid. And I think it would be in our best interest to at least hear out his plan.
I agree. I'm waiting for him to tell us what it is.
We wish to stop the ascension.
As do we. You got any ideas?
Clearly, there are two more sites that he has interest in.
Is that what this seal means? And I'll take out the like charcoal rubbing that I did of the seal and show it to him. The Lich Betrayer locked away 3 seals to block his way. Are you talking about the other 2?
Yes. With our
Where?
resources, we can
There was
find them.
There was 2 statues there, and one's broken. Who's the third?
I'm pretty sure if it was ever discovered that died with Eon.
And what about the seals?
With our resources, our artifices, finding the other 2 should not be a problem.
Let us circle back for a moment. You said that you had a second problem,
Yes.
the resistance.
Yes.
Have you ever considered that the resistance desires partially, the same thing as you?
We have.
And a man of such distinction and intelligence would know that a war on 2 fronts is harder to fight than a war on one.
Except the problem is, then, once we solve this little green problem, they will come after us to change the status quo. I am a
Destroy the
man stuck
church.
on 2 fronts.
Destroy the church.
Bryn will speak up and she'll say, one battle at a time.
I agree with Bryn here. The fight against the Lich and stopping his ascension, that's the fight. If we lose that fight, the other fight doesn't matter.
You are right, but it could weaken us, change us in the eyes of our people, and gives them an easier path to overthrow what we have accomplished here within the Golden Empire.
And if we can keep the resistance focused on the Lich instead of on you, will you promise not to take any action against them? At least until he's defeated?
At least a man of your worth has honor.
Yes. I can attempt to sway my brother in that direction, if that is something you can promise you can do.
We can certainly try.
We can ensure the resistance leaves you and your brother alone until Vecna is dealt with.
And then I smack him alongside the head.
Yeah, I'll elbow Prom when he says that. It's like, come on, you were the one who told us not to say the name.
Tempting
I,
fate
I,
there.
I don't go like that. I just go. Poof.
Tempting fate there, just slightly.
Look, I think we're all on the same page at wanting to stop his ascension.
We need to find out more information on him. I only know what I read through my studies.
We need to find these other two seals.
We need breathing room.
From who?
From him. We need you to keep him distracted. Keep him focused on anything but us. And we will do everything in our power to stop him. But we need space to move. We need a modicum of safety.
Make a persuasion check.
I am going to use my feature to re-roll that.
Okay.
That is a raw 13.
4.
13.
Oof.
Maybe Alvin can chime in with a yeah.
You see that?
I'll just look at Simon and say, like, please, we need all the help we can get at this point. It sounds like our interests are at least somewhat aligned. I don't think any of us care, like, care anything about the politics of your empire. We are just focused on the Lich. Please, can you help us?
I can certainly try. There are no guarantees with this summoner.
May I ask you a question, sir?
Of course.
You don't know where these other two seals are?
We're actively looking for them per his own orders.
Do you have a timeline?
Unfortunately, I do not.
How long can you stall it?
This is where I lose the interest or lack thereof. Why would we not want to know where the seals are?
Well, if you
To
think you can
protect
find out
them.
where they are, if you think you can find out where they are without him finding out also, or at least if you can find out where they are and let us know first. But if you know, he can take over people's minds, he can dominate people. If any of us find out where the seals are, it's only a matter of time before he finds out too, right?
That would be correct. You would have to beat him there and stop the absorption of the power.
And does he need a servant in order to absorb this power, like Owen?
Again, Eon would have that answer, but unfortunately, he cannot.
The other question is, if we do nothing, does he find the seals anyway? And I think the answer to that is probably yes, too.
Whether we both like it or not, we need each other in this very moment. And I think the best course of action, if you can ensure even just a delay between you finding the ruins that holds these seals and you know who finding out.
The whole time Lucy's been listening to this, she's been watching Daddy Promathus. And what's his take on all of these happenings now that he has his freedom?
He is sitting there stone-faced and confused because he's been here for 4 or 5 years and had no idea of the politics, everything kind of brewing under the water. And so everything's starting to kind of click for him. He's mentally starting to put things together.
Can I check to see if the bad guy is telling us all that he knows?
Yeah, you can make an insight check on him.
It's a 16. I forgot I didn't have a mod.
You think he's telling you everything. You don't know for sure.
If you can give us an advanced warning, we can show up in force.
All right.
That pesky resistance that has been a thorn in your side could prove a useful tool to your own agenda.
If you can get the resistance to do this, then we have a deal. And that is what it hinges on.
Drop us off in the Raven Forge and we'll get right on that.
No.
All are notice that the wheels are no longer on the dirt road about this time, and they're going through the brick streets. You're in the brick streets of Astun.
Drop us off outside on the other end of the city.
Where exactly?
And I pull out my map just to double check exactly where I want him to take us.
Me. Sorry.
Wouldn't Royce know?
Royce would know. Royce has the map memorized, but he doesn't know.
Yeah,
but he doesn't know where exactly he's talking about. I
Yeah,
actually have
Royce-
to go answer a question. I'll be back in 10 seconds. I'm very sorry about this. I thought I did it before the stream.
Prom.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have another way for us to contact him, should I bring out my book?
Yeah. I feel like that's a smart play there.
Okay.
Though I feel like he, being who he is, might have ways to get in contact with us.
That's what I was thinking too, but for us to contact him.
That's the big thing. But we may not need to, right? Like that would put him in danger. So that's kind of where I feel like it should be an emergency. Like, we'll have a scroll for him, but I don't think we'll need the book.
We'd have his signature though, so we could forge something technically.
Oh, you brilliant player. Yes.
Okay. Hopefully that gave you some time to figure out where exactly you guys want to be dropped off. You guys
North
could have been in
End,
trouble while I was gone.
a little bit.
Whatever do you mean, Ray?
I come in here and you're all laughing.
You'll see it when
North
you
End
guys-
of Stillwater.
And what's this guy's name? I'm sorry.
Simon Blackthorn, I believe.
The north end of Stillwater's like all the way up near where it meets the Ravenforge.
Not where it meets, deeper in, closer to the east, like just east of where the
So like where old
Aston.
Stillwater, and Ravenforge meet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And one more thing.
Yes.
How do we know you won't betray us?
That's the best part of this plan. You don't.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Five.
Terrifyingly, you think he may be telling the truth. The best part of this is you have no idea if he's going to betray you or not.
I have a suggestion as a sign of good faith.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll pull out my book of shadows and I'll turn to that new page I have in my book.
Okay.
And I'll say, I'm not really too familiar with this magic yet, but I do know that if you put your name here for me, we'll be able to contact you at any time. As soon as these plans are put in place at the Ravenforge, we'll contact you and let you know what happens next.
All right. If you insist.
And I'll hold the book out for him.
All right. He'll sign it.
I'm just staying quiet.
And I'll start to pick up the scraps of clothing from my family and the letter and put them all back in my backpack, and I'll just say, well, I'm satisfied if you are.
I think this will be an interesting experience for all involved.
Thanks for the ride.
I just walk away.
You guys haven't. He hasn't. You guys are still in the cart. He hasn't taken off yet. You guys aren't there yet.
Oh, I thought we got there.
No.
What about your guards that are traveling with you? Are they on the same page about the Lich? Or are they working for him? Is this conversation all happening in secret? Are you betraying them right now?
As a man of speaking, yes.
Understood.
Unfortunately, Royce isn't here, so he can. I'm gonna roll for Royce. Actually, Prom, I need you to roll a perception check.
That is a 13 on die.
That is a 6 plus 2 for 8. Sorry, mathed wrong. Okay. No, you guys are just going along in your cart.
Now, question, was I making that perception check, or was that just a roll for you?
No, that was you.
Oh, that was an 18 then.
Okay. You should have been where you needed to get to into the city by now.
So then where are you taking us?
Where we're supposed to go.
And where is that?
That is for me to know and you all to find out.
I'll kindly get out now, thank you. I did say thank you.
We're really not one for manners.
Is the door able to be opened?
Can certainly try.
Go to open it.
Do we feel like this has turned hostile? DM?
It certainly isn't as open and friendly as it once was.
Where are we supposed to be?
We just made a truce minutes ago and you're already betraying it?
Oh, I was just
I mean,
entertaining
I
you
expected
to,
this,
I
but
mean,
not,
I was just
not so
entertaining you
soon.
to, for a distraction slash to see what information I could get out of you all.
Can he make an intelligence save of 17?
On what?
Mind sliver?
Oh. $17 plus 0 for a 17.
Well, damn.
He knows that I did something, though, I'm sure.
Yes. He's gonna let it slide.
I tried to open the door.
Make a strength saving throw, or strength check.
Guidance.
I look over to my father.
He's tensed up a little bit.
With the
Sort of
guidance
looks like.
total of 22.
Would it be considered a short rest, by the way?
Yeah, I'll let you guys have a short rest.
Don't forget to short rest my father.
I will not.
Yeah, with the guidance total 22.
It doesn't open, but not from the ability to pull the door open. Like, you can push the door open, but something is pushing against you and stopping you from opening it.
I will look out the window.
There's a vampire spawn holding against the door.
Hey, bloodsucker, let go.
It's
You do not know that.
I don't know that.
No. You
I thought-
You failed your intelligence check to figure out if they were vampires or not.
Oh. All right, then. Hey, Ashy one.
Okay.
also can I ask Royce, how long till dawn?
6 hours. Or 5 hours now. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'll do a divine sense, so I know about celestials, fiends, and undead within
Oh.
60.
There's undead all around in 60 feet.
What about Simon?
He's undead.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I made the intelligence.
No.
That's right.
You remember reading something that sounded like this?
Oh,
But-
then I misheard.
All right. I'll just whisper to Bale and Prom. They're all undead.
Okay.
And Lucy saw that too with her servant.
And he's going to mist out the carriage.
My bad on that.
Good. It happens. It's really
Is the
hard to
carriage-
not metagame vampires.
I
Because you
thought
know what they are.
I thought when you told me about that, I knew about some of it, but I guess I
You
misunderstood.
knew that there were undead creatures that lived on blood like that, but you didn't know what. You couldn't remember the name or what they did.
Oh,
Is the
okay,
carriage-
then I got it twisted. Then.
The carriage is still moving.
He just missed it out of the carriage, and
Yeah.
the carriage is still moving.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is tough.
Is the
Blast the
carriage,
damn door open.
is the carriage moving by horse?
Yes.
Lucy's
There's
gonna
somebody-
go try
Sorry.
to take care of the horse. Not kill it, but she has animal handling. She's gonna go try to take control of the horse.
You can certainly try and get out of the carriage.
So there's somebody.
There's vampire spawn pushing and locking when it got hostile.
Right, but so on the front of the carriage, there's a bench where somebody's sitting controlling the horses.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're inside a chamber.
Yeah. I'm gonna misty step out onto that bench because I have second level spells now.
Can you see it?
Oh, good point. Can I see it?
Make it
Is there
really,
a window?
really, really high perception check to be able to look at that angle out the window.
Is there a top hatch on the carriage?
And I assume you're getting guidance from Bale on this. There's no
Yeah.
top hatch on the carriage.
Or me.
Yeah, or Lucy.
Guidance.
All right, so that's 23 with the guidance.
It's just out of your sight. It starts to slow down now, though.
How long do we have till it stops completely? Sorry, Alvin.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say I don't Misty Step then.
Probably a minute.
If everybody stands back from the door, can I Eldritch Blast it?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
As she goes to aim to the door, I say, "Don't do the door. Do one of the windows. Like blast out at one of the sides of the wall.
At one of the vampire spawn.
Well, we can't. They're holding the door. We can blow a hole into the side of the carriage.
Yeah.
$18 and 23.
Both hit.
I think we got screwed.
26.
All right. What is the damage total between both of them?
Yep.
You blow the window out and do some damage to the frame around it. You hear a vampire spawn let out a screech.
How big's the window?
Probably small enough for like one of the smaller of you, not in armor, to get through.
I'm going to mage armor myself.
The cart is almost to a complete slowdown now.
I'm gonna pull out my sword,
Okay.
both hands.
Your dad just kind of holds on to it and like balls his other hand up in a fist.
I'm gonna lightning breath the door.
Okay.
Just get everybody like behind me and
Okay.
just aim at the door.
All right.
I'll go ahead and pull out my mace and crimson right.
18
Alright.
total.
You see Tomash strike his hand with his mace lighting up. Electric still?
Yeah, I'm lightning.
No, I'm talking to Tomash.
I believe it still is.
Yeah. I don't remember when you get your second one, if it's 5th or 7th level. So
It just says magical now. It doesn't say lightning.
18 lightning damage to the door.
Door is wood, it's insulated. It does, the hinges are smoking, doesn't really do much beyond that.
I'm gonna try to climb out the window.
The cart is slowed down, is stopping as you poke your head out the window, and you can see some shadowy figures standing outside where the cart has stopped.
I'll just draw my glaive and be ready for whatever happens when we stop.
This is why you don't deal with evil.
We didn't have much of a choice.
Okay. What order do you guys want to go out of the carriage in? Great. What order do you guys want to go out of the carriage in?
Near the front, I guess.
Okay. Normal marching order: Alvin, Bale, Tomash, Prom, Lucy, Bryn, race in the back.
Sounds right.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Alright, Royce is gonna pop his Drake in fire form as he gets out.
As we like get up and get separated, I give Bren one last like tight squeeze before we go, like before it fully stops, and we're like starting to get ready.
She'll shudder a little bit, knowing we don't know what we're about to face.
You hear Simon standing next to this hooded figure. There's only 4 vampires spawn around him now, not as many as you thought that you could see as you walk out of this carriage. Just talking to this hooded figure. See, I told you they had that spark of fight in them.
Simon, what's the meaning of this?
You see, we can't have this intrusion upon our plans.
And what plans are those?
The plans of his ascension.
He ain't gonna ascend.
So you would choose to be a slave then? Like all those you have clasped in chains, you would be just like them.
You'll have a little temporary power for a while,
See,
but you know that it'll eventually lead to your own demise.
you see, we're not going to see our demise because he will crush our enemies of the Valerian Empire and leave us alone.
Do you
Lucy
really believe that?
busts out laughing.
Yeah.
From one noble to another, do you truly believe that?
You're as naive as the followers that following him.
You are truly lost
Come
if you
on,
believe he will just leave this plane once he has torn it asunder.
He's going to defeat your enemies for you and then leave you alone? He's coming for you next. Come on, you're smarter than that.
You are nothing more than a pawn to him, a slave, a tool to be used and discarded.
Oh, dare you fill your head with lies like that? And the hooded figure pulls his hood back.
Oh, hello, old friend.
Good evening.
And I look to Bryn and I say, it might be a good time to call Diablo.
So I cannot. It would take me 10 minutes.
Wah, wah.
Bonus action form of dread.
Okay. Interesting.
What do you want this time?
I want the other 2 seals broken. It's not obvious enough already. Come on now.
You must be truly lost, aren't you?
We really do have to stop running into each other like this, don't we?
Who hurt you as a child?
My professor's at mage school, but I don't really see how that's relevant to this conversation.
It
No.
kind of is.
What is relevant to this conversation is why you seek a title you will constantly have to fight for.
And fail at. Like all previous.
Which title would that be? The God of Secrets? The Whispered One? I don't think anyone challenges me for those.
Yeah.
The Raven Queen would.
No, it is not the domain you truly seek, is it? You're not happy with the status quo as it stands. No,
No.
you seek to be the god of death.
Somebody's been doing their homework, haven't they?
It's very
I
clear.
I slowly pull out my holy symbol.
Well, what I don't understand is why would you go for such a position when you know the moment you claim it, you will have contenders to your throne constantly.
This time, I'm not going to make the same mistakes.
Isn't that what everybody always says right before they make a whole new set of mistakes?
Except you see, this time I have several cards up my sleeve.
And you don't think she does?
Why don't
She
you
doesn't.
This time.
list for us all the cards you have up your sleeve?
What would be the fun in that?
They're probably all low cards.
What now?
What?
What now?
What?
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 Huh?
Never
What ain't no
mind.
country I've ever heard of?
Say what again, I dare you.
What?
This little reunion has been very touching for me, but I'm afraid I have other things to get to.
One more thing.
Yeah, like your own
Simon.
failure.
Take care of these people for me.
Vecna, one more thing.
Yes.
Where's my motherfucking sister?
Ooh. Laying the groundwork for my success.
Question.
Oh, she's somewhere nearby.
Out of game. Would I have read what his real name was?
No. Vecna's real name and phylactery location are like super secret. By the way, he's going to teleport out now at this point.
Is Simon left there, or is he
With his 4
just
vampire
gone?
spawn, yeah.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
With the 3 seals, does that mean that there could be 3 of him potentially? Or they all come together for one?
You guys got the sense from the avatar you guys fought that it was they weren't able, because he had a phylactery, to capture his whole soul, and so they sealed what they could get away in 3 different places.
And what did he just look like in front of us? Like, how big was he?
He was the same height as when you guys saw him at the raising, when he came.
12 feet?
Yeah, about 12 feet tall, when he was came up hovering over the altar.
I'll just sort of brandish my glaive in Simon's direction and ask him what, I don't know. Above game, I'm trying to get a sense of, did that happen because Simon wanted it to, or is Simon actually still on our side, or...
Make an insight check.
Guidance.
That's just 12.
You get the general sense that it wasn't necessarily Simon's doing, like it was put into motion, but he sees it advantageous because you guys have met. He knows that you guys have met the resistance because it's the only way you could have found out about the dig site. That it was advantageous to try and get you here trapped, so to speak.
I'll Hunter's Mark Simon then.
All right.
I like to use a lifeline and call a friend.
Oh?
Yuko?
Nah.
Are they all grouped together?
No, they're fanned out. I have them on the map. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
I'm using Tides of Chaos.
Okay. All right, with that, who has above a 20? Royce. I forgot to roll Royce. Royce has above a 20.
Did leveling up give us our spell slots back?
Yep.
So, does that also put us at 4 or no?
Leveling up should have. 20 to 15.
So did we just get the effects of a long rest? When we
Yeah, well,
leveled
you
up?
get an effects of long rest when you level up.
Got it.
20 to 15.
19.
16.
15 for me.
Hey, Tomash is in the top 3 for players. 15 to 10.
10.
I will mark off one lightning breath
Cool.
because I used it.
I got a 13.
13 for Alvin. 10 to 0.
4.
Oof.
I rolled a 2.
Damn.
Yikes. Cool. Yikes. I rolled a nat 1 on Fear Fang, so that's cool. Thanks, game.
Don't blame the game, blame the dice.
Royce is up first. So Hunter's Mark on Simon. And long shot attack go. It's going to be a 16, which is not going to hit. Second attack is 12. That is also not going to hit. Drake's going to go up and try and make fire bites. That is going to be a 23, which hits for 6 fire damage. Okay. Lucy, you are up. By Ellie, you're on deck after some people.
I need a 20-foot circle.
Oh, son of a bitch.
That hits all of them, doesn't it?
Son of a bitch!
Fireball!
Okay, what's the DC? 14? 15?
15 dex.
Okay, roll your damage.
And the Drake is a fire Drake, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's immune to fire. Yuko's proud of you. She said Fireball, best spell.
I love having the d6s to roll, too.
But are they all red?
No, they're all pink and purple and glittery. Hello,
Oh,
I'm
hell
from the
yeah.
Feywild.
Even better. I came in like a fireball. Take your point of inspiration, sir.
28.
Points of damage?
Yes.
Cool. They all failed, by the way.
You forgot an L there, Promathus.
It got the point across.
I know.
Okay.
opportunity attack on the first one.
Cool.
Nope, that's a 10.
Yeah, it's not going to hit.
One of these days I'll hit with one of those.
That's going to be a 16, which doesn't hit you anymore, does it?
Right.
Cool. That's its claw attack on the first one. The bite attack is going to be a 17.
That hits.
Cool. So it's going to be... I need you to make a athletics check, please. On claw attack.
9.
Okay, you are grappled. Now, I always forget what grappled does.
I just can't move, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. Cool. The other one is going to make a claw attack at you now. That's cocked against the die. That's going to be a 25 to hit, so it is definitely going to hit. Make another check, please. Another athletics check.
Athletics again?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you save. I gotta stop rolling it that direction. That's 10, it does not hit.
Okay.
Cool. Alright. Simon's turn. And then Bale, you're up, and Tomash, you're on deck. $14 doesn't hit. 14 doesn't hit. It's cocked. Dirty 20. Hits you, Bale?
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be 19 slashing damage. Okay. Tomash, you're up. Or Bale, you're up. Tomash, you're on deck.
Just remember, folks, protect the neck.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
That's out of game. That's out of game, okay?
I know. I'm messing with you.
Isn't that a Busta Rhymes album?
No, that is Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang.
Wow. Wow.
By the way, take your point of inspiration for bringing up Wu-Tang. Like, come on. Like, come on. Wu-Tang forever.
I am going to... How much did Alvin take?
None.
Yeah, I didn't take any. I'm just grappled. And I'm grappled by the guy on my left.
I will put the guy who's grappling you on top.
Okay, cool.
Oh, shoot.
Is an accident. I'm reading something.
You're good. By the way, after Tomash, it's Alvin and then Prom.
I'm going to... If I turn an angle, can I lightning breath all three of them?
What's your lightning breath range?
I think 60 feet.
No, wait, 60 feet. Should be 35.
I said, I think.
You should know, but... Save cone. Oops, wrong cone. 30-foot cone. No,
30.
30 foot line.
5 feet wide.
Yeah, so that means you can get him in one of the vampires. Yeah. Yeah, because like 5 feet is like half that cone. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Roll damage.
$20.
Okay.
And then bonus action. Healing word on myself.
Okay. All right, Tomash, you're up. Alvin, you're on deck. Can't hear you.
Said I'll go ahead, step up into melee range and make a couple attacks.
With Simon? Or one of the spawn?
Just whatever's closest to me here.
Okay. That would be Simon.
Dirty 20.
That hits.
All right, that's going to be 8 points of damage.
Alrighty. Goes into this armor on his side. You hear it clang against it, but feel like you dented it a little bit. Did a little bit of damage.
24.
Definitely hits.
That's going to be 10.
Alrighty. Same spot, even bigger dent, a little bit more damage.
And then 15.
Okay. Does not hit.
All right. And then bonus action. Oh, I can't bonus action. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Alvin, then Prom.
Okay, is Simon within 10 feet of me right now?
Yes.
All right, then I will vow of enmity him
Okay.
and attack him.
Okay.
$24.
Does hit.
And I will do a first level Divine Smite.
Alright.
I'll also take the die from the Drake,
Yes.
if that's available.
Yep, he hasn't used it yet.
So I've got my D10, a D6 from Hunter's Mark, a D6 from the Drake, and 3D8 from
Correct.
Divine Smite because he's
Correct.
undead.
Yep. Good God.
Oof.
Y'all are some undead killing machines.
I'm going to reroll the 1 on my D10.
Okay.
That's 28 damage.
Okie dokie.
And then I'll take my second attack on him as well.
Okay.
You gonna shaft him?
No.
Oh yeah, that's right.
One of them was cocked. Okay, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
I'm going to do the same thing with another first level Divine Smite.
Okay.
But I don't get the Drake die this time because that's just once a round.
Yep. Hunter's Mark is such a bad spell. No, it applies to every attack. You're just using it wrong.
18 damage.
Okay. He's starting to show a little bit of wounds.
And I can't move, so that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Prom.
All right. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to move in a.
You're gonna go like this and go around behind the vampire grappling Alvin?
Yeah, and then hit Simon.
Okay. You guys have a +4 now.
Sweet. And I'm going to roll both swings. That is a 19 and a 22.
The 19 just hits. The 22 definitely hits. Oh, shoot. I forgot to do something. Fuck. Sorry. Simon is not showing signs of wounds, actually.
That is 24 magical slashing damage. And then I'm going to bonus action
Now he's showing wounds.
flurry of blows.
Okay.
That is a 19 and a 21.
Both hit.
That is 13 fire damage.
Okie dokie. Alright.
Wouldn't that
Sucks.
second one have provoked an opportunity from Tomash?
No.
Okay.
Because he'll come in behind the other one and stay out of range.
And go out of that
Yeah.
way.
Sorry, I cocked that first one. It's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit Lucy. Make a athletics check, please. And that is gonna be a 19 for Bryn, so make a grappling check, please. Or an athletics check.
12.
Okay.
Is it a magical
Nope.
effect or
It's
spell?
it's
Okay.
grapple. It's being grappled.
14.
Okay. You're both grappled. You don't take any damage on that hit. But now comes the bite.
You couldn't have done acrobatics instead of athletics.
Oh, sorry. That's gonna be a 19 to hit Lucy.
Yeah.
So you take 6 piercing damage. And then 6 necrotic damage. And your total maximum hit points is reduced by 6 as well. That's going to be a 23 to hit Bryn. So you take 6 piercing damage on the bite itself. And then take... Wow, I rolled the exact same thing. 6 necrotic damage on the bite and reduce your hit point maximum by the same.
By 12?
By 6.
Okay, and Hellish Rebuke, so I need a DC 16 dex.
21.
Bloodsuckers are very dexterous. Unless you're the fat one from Blade.
How much damage on the half?
Oh, me? I'm sorry, I didn't roll.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's 26 altogether, so what, 13?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. It happens. Okay. It's now Fear Fang's turn. He's going to do the same thing Prom does and circle around behind. Onto Simon.
He's got full advantage then?
He does. He looks at Prom before he strikes. A deal is a deal, right? And you see Simon look over his shoulder at him. Obviously, yes. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Prom.
Did he attack with disadvantage?
Yeah. I rolled a 14 and a 13.
That is a 16.
That does not save. You are stunned.
Oh no.
Wait, 16? Sorry, 16, right? I'm not going crazy?
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't succeed. So you take... Ooh, I rolled bad. 7 points of bludgeoning damage on the first hit. Second one's not going to hit. Third strike's not going to hit. What is going on, man? Last one's a nat 20. For 21 points of damage.
Subconsciously, he didn't want to hurt his son.
Yeah.
Except for that nat 20.
Except for the nat 20.
Couldn't be helped.
Does that
And
drop you, Prom, or no?
No.
Okay.
Looks like we both might get patricidal this week.
No, I'm knocking him unconscious, and then I'm going to cut little bits off.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
what
to
I
let
thought-
him live.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was going to do too. Then he turned
No.
into a snake.
Yeah, he doesn't worship no snake god, and if that happens, I'm still knocking him unconscious and cutting off little bits.
Bryn, you're up. And then we're back to the top of the initiative order, actually. Oh. No, we're not, actually. At the end of Fear Fang's turn, Simon's going to use his legendary action. To do Intimidating Presence. Make a Wisdom saving throw, Alvin.
Natural 20 for a 25.
That saves. By a lot.
I certainly fucking hope so.
You're not. Alright, Bryn, you're up.
I can hit the one in front of me and the one in front of Lucy.
Yes. Oh no is right.
25 and a 21 for Eldritch Blasting them both.
Both hit.
While I roll the damage, can they both...
What is it?
Wisdom 15, I believe.
I rolled 2 natural 15s. and they have +0, so good thing I did too.
So 7 to 1 in front of me, and then 4 to the one next to Lucy.
Okie dokie. All right. At the end of Bryn's turn, he's going to use his other legendary action to make a great sword swing at Bale again. Which is going to be a 19.
Just hits.
No, that's a crit.
Oh.
So that is... $23 points of slashing damage.
Jesus Christ.
You're lucky he's below half health, or he would have done another 14 points of damage to you on top of that. And that is his action, so now we're back to the top of the initiative order. Royce is going to shoot at the vampire hanging off of Alvin. That's going to be 19 plus 9 for 27, which hits. And that's going to be 17 plus 9, which is also going to hit. Edge. For 21 points of damage. And then his Drake is going to come up and with full advantage on... God dang it. Full advantage swing. Be 219, so it's definitely going to hit for 7 fire damage. Okay. That is his turn. Lucy, you're up.
I am going to quicken a level 2 magic missile
Okay.
at the guy holding me.
All right.
First one is 5. Second one is 4. Third one is 5.
Okay.
Fourth one is 5.
Jesus Christ. Lucy going off.
Then as my action, I'm going to shove my dagger in his side.
Okay.
Sorry, 24 to hit.
That does hit.
6.
Okay. All right. Alrighty. And then no movement, obviously, because grapple. So now these 2 turns. So this one's going to try and grapple onto Alvin first. Make a athletics check, please.
13.
Does not grapple, so it's going to make a second claw attack, which is going to miss because you're AC 17 now. Then the other one's going to make their claw attack, which is going to hit for 7 slashing damage.
So it's
reduced
to 4.
Yep. And then the bite attack is also going to hit. So that is 6 piercing damage and 8 necrotic damage, reducing your total maximum HP by 6 as well.
So the piercing damage is reduced by 3.
Yes.
So it's 3 and 6, and then my total is reduced by 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the necrotic damage was 8, so you take 8 damage on that and reduce your maximum HP by 8.
Gotcha. So it's 11 damage, and then I reduce the total or the max by 8.
Yeah. I know, right, Megs?
I like how they did it on my turn too, so I couldn't help you.
Yeah, it's all right. They know you're the other mod. They're timing it. Hold up. The stream will be the battle map will be back in 1 second. I have to move some pieces real quick. All right. Okay, so that was their turn. As 3 Shadow Archai jump down from the roof and join the fray. Cool. So you take... That one takes 32 points of damage and dies. That one also gets hit and is now grappled by the chain. And now this one is grappled by the Shadow Dancer on its chain and also took 32 points of damage as well. And now it is Simon's turn, and he is going to Vampire Mist and take...
Where's he setting up?
Attack opportunity?
No, not when he's missed. It's a kitty. He's going to mist and take his action and to dash as well and travel 180 feet essentially.
I yell, coward.
Okay. Bael, you're up.
Looking at my party members real quick, they hurting pretty good.
Prom is hurting. He took a couple big hits.
You don't see the coloration of my fur. All you see is just patches of blood.
Mass healing word. All right, for 4 plus 10.
14 to everybody?
Yep.
Okay.
And that doesn't get rid of the reduction in the max, right?
Correct. All right.
And I get, what, 2 attacks? Or 1?
I don't know.
1. I get 1 action.
Yeah, you get 1 attack. You gotta hit the dude grappling Alvin.
I'm gonna bonus action spiritual weapon.
You cast a spell.
I can't do that?
Nope.
Alright, then I'll attack.
Okay.
Wait, did you just say he dispelled his spiritual guardian or something?
No,
No,
I
you
wanted a
already
bonus.
You can't do 2 bonus action spells. They know. So what is it?
I rolled a natural 18.
That's gonna hit.
Alright. As I hit, I'll say, "Oh, give me your holy powerness."
Yeah, you have Divine Strike now, right?
I don't think. No.
Oh, okay.
That's 5 plus 2.
Okay.
Trying to hit his arm. Trying to break his grapple.
Nut and cooking. Tomash.
All right, bonus action. We're going to go ahead and amplify Loaded Agony on Simon.
He's gone.
Oh, he took off?
Yeah, he misted. He turned into a vampire mist and took off.
All right, then I'll just do a couple melee attacks.
Now, do we know he's a vampire?
Yes. I'll give you that. On Fear Fang or on Fear Fang or one of the vampires spawn.
I feel like Fear Fang's probably the biggest threat, so.
Okay.
Uh, 26.
Hits.
It's going to be 13 damage.
Okay.
$23.
Also hits.
Uh, 13 damage.
Okay. Alvin, you're up. Prom, you're on deck.
All right. I'm going to Misty Step. So I'm like 10 feet behind Fear Fang.
Okay. All right.
And then yeah, I'm just gonna make a couple attacks at him.
Okay.
Am I able to speak while I'm stunned?
Yes. Believe it or not.
Everybody should have got 14 hit points back.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't kill him. I still need my answers.
Okay, well, the first one's a miss. It's a natural 2.
Okay.
And the second one's a natural 3.
You're going to have to do better than that.
And then I'll step back like 5 feet.
Okay. So you're like 15 feet away from him?
Yeah.
I say out loud, use that rope we got.
Yeah, he took his actions. Okay. Just imagine a dude teleports behind you just to whip 2 attacks. Sorry, Chad has roasted you a little bit.
Yeah, that didn't go quite the way I wanted it to.
No, it didn't. All right, so it's the left
It broke the
vampire
grapple,
spawn's
though.
attack. 1 second. So that is 8. So it's a nat 20 on the claw attack. So it's 15 slashing damage on the claw attack. It's cocked. And it's going to be an 18 on the bite attack. Does that hit? Bryn?
Yep.
Okay.
Of course it does.
I need to move the AC sheets closer. I have them behind the camera, but I can't read it from here. Oh, now I can read it. Okay.
Use the Percy glasses with the magnifying.
I know, I needed to. I rolled low, so it's only going to be 3 piercing damage. And then 3 necrotic damage. Reducing your health point maximum by 3. Okay. You're still up, correct?
I'm sorry, me?
Yeah.
I'll just do an Eldritch Blast then, right? That's all I can do.
No, I said you're still up, like, health point wise.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That, because vampires at 0 hit points do something weird, so that's why I wanted to double check. Fear Fang's gonna take his 55 feet of movement that way. And then take his bonus action dash and his action dash. Now, Bryn, you are up. Royce is on deck.
I can still take movement. I mean, I can't take movement, but I can still take an action, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So I'll just hit him twice with an Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Dirty 20 for the first one.
Hits.
14 for the second.
Does not hit. Just misses.
5 points altogether.
Okie dokie.
Can he make a Wisdom 15 for me?
No, apparently he can't. That's a 7.
Okay, he's frightened.
Okay. Okay. Royce is up. He's going to turn and take a shot at that one because it looks wounded. It's going to be a dirty 20 and a 21 to hit. So both of those are going to hit. 12 plus 9 is 21 points of damage, which is that. Second shot kills him. Right. And then he'll have his Drake come over and bite this one that's grappled. And this is just going to hit for 4 points of fire damage. Lucy, you're up.
I'm gonna go up next to Prom.
Okay.
And
Oh, by the way, you unstunned at the end of your father's turn.
I'm gonna cast a healing word on him at first level.
Okay.
Six points back.
All right.
And then I will take a dagger swing at whichever of these two looks worse.
They both look pretty bad. The one Braces Drake bit into looks slightly worse.
Alright, I'll dagger that one.
It also gives you +4 to hit it.
Well, that's a natural 20 for 30 to hit.
Go!
So I do one whole die, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so one whole d4.
So 4 plus mod plus another dice roll.
Plus mod is 3, so 7 plus 1, so 8.
Okay. Alrighty. This one's going to make 2 strikes against the Shadow Dancers. Both hit. It takes 12 points. Saves. Now it's going to make a claw attack against Bale, which is going to miss, and make a second claw attack Bale, which is also going to miss. Back-to-back 6s. Son of a... Shadow Dancer's turn now. That's going to hit for 22 points of damage, killing that vampire. And these two are going to move up and make their attacks. First attack misses, second attack both hits. Passes 1 save, fails 1 save, so he takes 44 points of damage, killing the vampire. We're out of initiative order. And we will pick up this after break. So see y'all back here in a minute.
Well,
All right. Hello. Hi. How we
You and your
feeling?
goddamn anime betrayals.
With my hands.
You know what? I like that. I really like that answer, actually. How you feeling? With my hands. I love it. Take a point of inspiration. That was funny.
Woohoo! I'm up to 6.
I want to see if one of you literally just saves like 40 and just uses them all against some final boss. But anyway.
Like Vecna?
Yeah.
See, if I had a pistol in that final round, I would have aimed it down the dock, hesitated, and then turned it up in the air and fired it all in the sky.
Freaking Point Break.
The original, not the remake, right?
The remake's also good, to be fair. Not as good as the original. Not as good as the original, but
the sways, man. You can't beat the sways.
That's true. That's very true.
Or Keanu.
Is the cart still there?
Yeah.
How about the horses?
No, they got spooked off and broke the harnesses.
I think I can help with that. And I'll take a minute. It takes a minute to cast, but I'll take a minute and cast Find Steed.
While he is doing that, I'm going to search the body.
Are you gonna run off after your dad?
Yeah.
Still?
Can I still see him?
You can still see him like 300 feet down the dock at this point.
I don't know if you'll catch him.
He is faster than you.
He's faster than me, and what happens if I do catch up to him? That's the real issue.
Can I stun somebody with an Eldritch Blast since it's force damage? Like, can I say I don't want to hurt them, I want to disarm them?
You can disarm somebody, you can't stun them.
Oh, if they would stop them from moving.
You could go for a foot hit to try and knock them off their feet.
I turned to Alvin.
50 feet. I hate myself right now.
Alvin, give me the rope.
I hand Prom the rope of climbing.
And I run. Right. Full dash.
All right.
Add above game. Add the rope of climbing to your inventory, and I'll take it off mine because you're way more into it than I am.
Oh, I'm so into this rope, man.
Bryn, he's rapidly approaching the max range of your Eldritch Blast.
As he's taking off, trip him? As he takes off, guidance.
Yeah. Okay. Yes?
Okay. Did you say how?
When I said, are you?
25 to hit.
That's going to hit. Even with
Can I do AC. 2 of them?
Yeah, you can go for 2 of them, even with the AC required. He'll may have to make 2 saves.
The second was 19.
It's not going to hit his feet. It hits the stonework below. That is going to be an 18 plus 8 for 26, which beats the 25. Eldritch Blast hits where his foot was, and he does a somersault forward and stays in his run.
Remind me again why he bolted?
He attacked the shit out of Prom?
He just hit his own child. I intend to find out. I'm going to burn a key point to activate Step of the Wind. Double my movement.
All right.
And rope in hand. How close am I to him now? Is he keeping...
He thought he got away, so he is not dashing. He's only taking his movement right now.
All right. As I catch up to him...
He... rolls a perception check and sees you. Looks
That's
back
fine.
And sees you running, and so he's going to dash again. So you're within about 100 feet of him right now.
Okay. As I hit the 100 feet, I continue to move and animate the rope in my hand.
Okay.
As I'm running.
you start to see at the end of this dock, most of the ships have their sails curled up, not ready to sail, and you see these familiar red and white sails unfurled like a boat ready to go.
How close am? So, how far away is that, and how long till I get into 50 feet?
His next movement, he will be at the boat ramp, if there is a boat ramp.
And if I am there, how within his next movement am I in 50 feet?
You'll still be within 100 feet because he has more movement speed than you.
God fucking damn it. I keep running.
Okay. He is yelling at them to pull the ramp up and that he'll make it. And the last second jumps off the dock and makes the 30-foot jump onto the boat.
As I get to the end of the dock,
Yeah.
I yelled at him. You might think this is over, but now you will never know your grandchildren. Grandfather Furry Fang.
You going for intimidation or what there?
I'm going for the fact that he just abandoned his family a second time. Not only that, but betrayed his family. And now we'll never know his grandchildren. We'll never know the future of his other son.
Yeah.
We'll never see any of his his mother again, who's become the leader of the tribe. He will never see anybody who ever gave a damn about him again. And when he does,
roll intimidation.
they won't give a damn ever again.
Don't forget your
I'm
guidance.
I'm gonna say intimidation just to see how much it sticks with him.
Nat 20, baby!
He even has guidance.
For what?
I gave it to him before he took off.
For a total of what?
That is a total of 24, because I have 0 on charisma.
He just glares at you.
Because I seen him using a rope. I figured he used a rope with guidance. So
But then you look over and notice who's piloting the ship at the wheel.
Simber.
Yep.
And I say to her, I should have cut your fucking head off.
Thanks for releasing him. It was great business. Tips her hat. She yells at you, and they go off.
You made the wrong enemy today.
You
Run.
can just barely hear her laugh on the wind.
Hide all you want. Run wherever you like. We will find you, and we will make your life hell.
can we hear him yell all this?
Oh yeah, he's not being quiet.
Oh no, someone with daddy issues.
Oh, poor cat. Not prom cat.
You mean the furry potato on the top of my chair?
No, I mean the cat in Syraxis' background.
Oh, that horny little thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel her pain.
What?
TMI.
You know, jars of peanut butter can help that.
That was TMI.
That was way TMI.
What did I do to deserve? Wait a minute. Never mind.
It's like the
Answer
meme
that
where the
question.
girl, their video changes, she's like, "Don't eat it."
No, my favorite is the Jacksepticeye reaction video he made where he pulls the screen down. What were you watching? Why were you watching?
No, my favorite is when the girl comes home from work and her boyfriend, she walks in the door and her parents are there and her boyfriend's like, it's okay, I made them sandwiches with the cucumber in the fridge. And her face is just like, and it flashes back to her the night before with cucumber.
Oh, yeah. Anywho.
Anyway.
All right, chuckle fucks.
Search the
That's
bodies.
enough of that.
Is that our party name officially?
I want it to be so bad.
Not for the YouTube uploads, but unofficially, that's what I'm gonna call you guys. Or do we just make an OnlyFans and upload it there because they allow R-rated titles like Chuckle Fucks? Anyway.
Think we reach $1 million?
No. No way in hell. Anyway.
So I guess the rest of us are just waiting for Prom to come back.
I'm searching the bodies.
Okay.
What are the Shadarkai doing?
They're standing there looking around. Like they're looking for somebody.
I'll approach them and say, "Friends, thank you for your aid. How did you know we'd be here?"
We got lucky.
I start after I have my yelling, point break moment. I start heading back towards where we fought the mysterious night creatures.
Okay.
And I'll ask the Shadowkai, "Do you need a ride back to town, or are you staying here?
Some of you guys are in town.
Or do you need a ride back to the Raven Forge, or are you staying here?"
We do not know what else we will be doing this night, but that's a gracious token.
Yeah, there's plenty of room in that carriage, and I'll finish summoning my warhorse.
Okay. What does your steed look like?
My steed's name is Estrella. She's a Palomino mare with a majestic golden brown coat and platinum blonde, almost white hair and mane and tail.
Roll an investigation check. Actually, I'm not even gonna make you roll for other buddies. There's nothing. They're wearing scraps of leather armor, and we're basically fighting with their claws and their fangs. They're not anything.
As I get back to where the party is, I go to check on Bryn and Lucy because I saw them being grappled by these fanged creatures.
Okay.
We were both, DM, we were both bit, correct?
Yeah.
As he's approaching, can I make a medicine check on Lucy's bite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bit as well.
It was an 11.
Okay. There's a bit of necrotic flesh around where the bite marks are, but nothing too bad.
Are the bite marks considered a disease that I could get rid of with lay on hands?
No. Okay. Out of game, because you guys are metagaming them as vampires already, you have to have the necrotic damage from their bite drop you to 0 HP to be afflicted with vampirism.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually exactly how it works in Vampire too.
I've seen it. I've seen different DMs play it differently. That's why I've like.
Let me rephrase that. That's how it works for Vampire Spawn that you all fought.
Yeah, well, it's not the same as
So with
Mr. Simon.
So the reduction in max HP that a few of us took, would that go back to normal with a long rest, or do we need?
You do not know.
Interesting. Well,
Barrio, do you have greater restoration?
Just lesser. I don't think I get restoration until a couple levels.
Greater Restoration is 5th, so yeah.
So I probably have to be what, level 8?
9, I think.
What I can do is heal those who need it.
I'm at my current max right now.
Sam.
And I'll walk over to Promathus and heal him. Let's see. Cure wounds should do it.
Right around the time this is happening, Prom, is when you get back, and you all hear this little, like somebody like popping in from somewhere, and Zavir has joined with several other shadow dancers, wielding the same kind of chain blades on their sides. He has hold up, let me look.
13 points for Mathis.
He has a Raven Queen spellcasting focus around his neck over top of his now what you can see is plate armor. He also has a longsword, a short bow, and then one of these chain whips on his side. And he kind of walks up and he goes, you can see like blood is coming out from underneath some of these plates, and these shadow dancers are kind of wounded a little bit too.
You need healing.
Wouldn't hurt.
All right.
Seems you all have a fun night like us.
Can I do a 10-minute ritual? Will that heal all of us, including them?
You do not have a ritual heal yet.
The, whatchamacallit, 10-minute thing.
Prayer of healing, it's not a ritual. It just takes 10 minutes to cast.
Well, that's what I mean.
Oh. I think everybody else is fine at this point.
I mean, heal the ones that just came in that said they needed healing.
I will
If you want to use up a spell slot for the NPCs.
True. He's at half health and probably has double your guys' most of your guys' max HPs.
All right.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah. Where did you come from? What happened to you?
We were doing the night patrol, protecting the Raven Forge. Got report of the carriage of Blackthorn going through the city and chased after it, fought some of the vampire spawn that was guarding it off, and I guess you all killed what, as he looks around, what was left here.
We did. Unfortunately, Blackthorn got away.
I'm not surprised. By the way, he did call them vampires, so you guys know now.
A couple of our friends were bitten by these vampires. Well, they seem to be weakened by them.
They didn't go down, did they? And he starts
No.
eyeing all of you suspiciously as hell.
No, none of us went down.
Okay.
Just not feeling quite up to snuff.
It should wear off with rest.
That's comforting to know.
It wasn't Simon, it was the spawn, right?
Right.
Okay. Whew.
We found some interesting things at those ruins.
Oh, good. Do you want to come back to the bunkers then?
Yeah, I think that would be best.
All right.
We have, I'm at this point, I'm standing next to my horse, and let's say, like, we have that carriage.
Is it amazing?
all. Oh, she's absolutely amazing, but
If you lick her, does she taste like raisins? Sorry, I was raised with a
Anyway.
very specific internet humor.
Anyway,
Quit horsing around.
I'm sure the carriage can fit all of us.
We should probably disguise it, though.
We should probably get off the streets instead. We have an access to the underground here in one of these warehouses.
Sure, that works too.
All right. And you see him walk up to this locked warehouse and puff inside, like shadow step inside, and unlock the door from the inside and let you all through.
Okay, I'll dispel Estrella. It was a nice thought.
Yeah, well, even if we could disguise the carriage, it'd still be a little conspicuous at this hour.
Above game, what hour is that?
Royce can tell you it's about 3:30 in the morning at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like motion to Bryn, and I walk through the door.
They pull off this stone slab. By the time you get in there, the other Shadow Archive pulled this stone slab off, and there's a ladder down in, and you guys go through, close it behind them. It's dark. It's really dark, but you guys are close enough together in this tight tunnel space that you guys don't need to pop your potions of dark vision. You can just follow the person.
I'll cast light on my shield.
Okay. A dim light helps get you all through and come out another entrance into these underground series of like bunkers, rooms that you guys have been in before. Leads you to one that has some cots and such in it and says, we'll reconvene in the morning.
Is it possible to get some food and drink?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you. And all this time his symbol's still out.
He snaps his fingers and somebody comes and whispers in their ear and you see somebody bring some bread and cheese and some fruits. Couple bottles of older, like dusty wine appear.
Oh, is it a different flavor?
Only one way to find out,
They
Lucy.
all are supposed to be.
I just meant from what we got in our alchemy jug.
Oh.
Since that's all Lucy's had.
Well, they're all supposed to be different, so hopefully, yes.
You got some milk?
I can look. I don't think so.
Then water.
Okay. He points to a pitcher on the table in the room.
I think I'm just exhausted at this point. It's got to be after 4 in the morning, so I'm probably not gonna. I'll just eat a few bites and then just pass out.
Burn will take watch as usual, I guess. I mean, I guess we don't need watch in here, but I'll still be sitting up. And as everybody else goes to bed, and she says goodnight to Prometheus, she'll say we'll find him and leave the room.
Before going to sleep, Lucy'd like to take a few of the snacks and one of the bottles of wine and go find a little place by herself.
Okay.
And she's just gonna internally monologue and inflect on Avandra, and she's just like, I know you said that this is where I need to be, but I left, being a pawn for people of power to be put in a position where I am a pawn and for people of power. I hate that word. I'm tired of that word. That's why I left. You said this is where I'm supposed to be, but I don't know. After a time, she'll return back to their quarters and go to sleep.
Anyone going to say anything else to their gods?
As I'm kind of sitting there, it's just happened. I pull out Delathon's host, and I'm just kind of hoping for guidance.
I reach over.
Anything specific? And cast guidance, is that? Inspiration.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I swear to God, were you playing the long game with not casting guidance just to get that joke off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. But anything specific, Brom, while I'm left?
Would that give him Would that give him a D4 on his Constitution save to see if he gets the full effects of his long rest when he has a crazy dream in a few minutes?
I'll allow it if he gets a crazy dream. I roll divine intervention behind the screen. For the record, chat, if you were wondering what happens.
By the way, I didn't have a crazy dream. That shit was real, man. But getting back to the point at hand, I'm kind of hoping that that Delathon has a plan, that there is a meaning to all of this kind of betrayal.
Okay. So guidance long con.
You know what? I don't like being the victim of it, but god damn it, do I respect it.
Anybody else?
I will do my circle thing I do every night to IO and kneel down. Mace in the center, shield in the center, and say, trying times are coming, IO. My party members could use your help, please, to fight these vampires and the green idiot. Please help me and help us seek retribution and revenge.
Okay.
And I take my long rest in like a Indian position.
Okay.
Praying all night.
Okay. Anyone else?
Are there any like pieces of wood around at all? Like just scrap wood for like a fire at all?
Not that you can see nearby.
Dang.
It's also inside and it's not well ventilated. You can tell that too.
No, I just wanted a piece of wood to carve a new totem with.
Mm-hmm. The last three of you? Anybody?
Nothing for me.
I need a new D100, guys. I think I broke it.
Did you roll another 3?
I rolled 3 straight double odds.
What?
On that die. But unfortunately I rolled above your level Syraxis. So I only need Lucy and Prom to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh, damn.
You might as well just be rolling a d6.
Pretty much. Well, D10, but yeah.
Natural 20.
Okay, saves.
I got an 8 plus a 1, so that's a 9. That does not save.
You gotta use a point of inspiration before I tell you what happens.
Remember, you have guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rolled a 1 on the guidance.
Ooh.
I didn't even roll the guidance
Roll
on
the guidance!
God damn it.
Actually, you don't even need to roll the guidance, because at 10 saves, you save.
Yeah, that
There.
saves.
So you guys get both benefits of the long rest. Who wants to go first?
Give it to Lucy.
Lucy. A Bonder has done this to you before, and has done it again. You wake up in the woods on the floor outside of your home, far from your home, near where you journeyed to this material plane. And she's standing there, looking at you. Staring at you.
Changebringer. I walk over and try to touch her.
Your hand goes through her. She's not fully here. This is an avatar projection of her power into your mind. And she reaches up down to you. Because she's a god. She's 12, 15 feet tall. And reaches down, and her touch does affect you. And she pulls your head up to look her in the eyes. The pawns of those in power are the ones who can break the system. They need you more than you even realize yet.
Then why not leave me at home where I would already be in power?
You were not strong enough yet to face those trials. They will come, and I have no doubt you will succeed at them when they do.
I do seem to grow stronger every day with your help.
You are on the right path. When the time comes, I will be with you. All you need do is ask.
All right.
She lets go and touches your forehead. You wake up in mid-morning, close to noon. Prom. You are somewhere where you've never been before. But it's familiar, it's like home. It's near the top of a mountain. Snow-covered peaks. You can feel the warmth of the earth from the lava swirling inside the ground below your feet. You don't see anyone at first, as you're looking around confused. Look back to where you thought you checked 2 or 3 times, and there stands before you person, an elf, with short, fiery red hair and these deep green eyes. That almost look like rusted copper green.
As I see this elf, I bow low as to greet him.
Formality is not a necessity. It is appreciated.
Are you the one for whom the sword I wield is named?
Yes.
Terrible thing has happened to me this day.
Terrible things happen to people all over every day. It's those who push past it that become stronger.
I don't aim to just push past it. I can ignore this transgression, nor can I allow the person who caused it to roam free. But that is a task I'm sure in time I will face.
And here I was going to ask, which transgression?
To strike your own child in the heat of battle, the behest of his enemy. By my tribe's rules and laws, he has committed the most heinous of sins. And his punishment is not for me to decide, but it is for me to execute.
Is self-preservation not important?
It is. But at what price should one pay for self-preservation?
It
But I did
is
not.
a high cost. No matter
Indeed.
how little we think it costs to ourselves.
Every life taken must be taken in measure. But I did not come here to debate philosophy,
No, you did not.
for it is a debate I would lose every time.
Quite possibly.
I came to ask for your guidance. The power within me, to which I can only assume you know more of, threatens those around me if I cannot control it. But as I have traveled the world, I have understood that there are forces and foes in this world that threaten not only me, not only my tribe, but everything we hold dear, every last mortal's existence.
Can I ask you, young one, how many fronts do you think you can fight on? Blackthorns, Vecna, wanting revenge for your father, wanting to find your place in the world. You're spreading yourself too thin.
This is true. That's why I asked for your guidance.
You have to pick and choose your battles. Which one is the most important to you? Or you'll lose every one.
There is only one battle that matters right now.
And that one is?
The one that threatens all of our existence. The adversary, as we know him. I dare not say his name.
And why would that be?
For it has called his very sight upon us before. Even here I think he could reach us.
You're acting like it already hasn't.
Then it would seem that you understand the threat he poses to everything.
Absolutely do.
We need more than the power we possess, more than the power we can attain to stop him. We need your help.
The dragon's power is waning.
And how do you want dragons to be remembered?
They'll already be remembered for the pain that they've caused. Which is just how the Chromatics liked it. And it's why I've chosen now for this. Make a perception check.
That is a 23.
Eyes are glowing a little brighter now on him.
Chosen for what?
Chosen to reveal myself. Chosen to put every piece in motion. You are far too trusting.
And would you two betray me then?
He puts a hand on your shoulder. You act like I already haven't. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That is a 10.
Okay. You just see the one glowing green eye of Vecna on his face, and you sit up and wake up. Right around the same time the rest of you guys get up, Race is like, oh my god, it's almost noon already.
Long rest button.
Yes.
And our full HP max goes back to what it was?
Correct.
All right.
What's it called when you have necrotic flesh? There's a word for that. The necrotic
Dead flesh.
the necrosis. That seems
Yeah,
to go away
necrosis.
from the edge of the bite. Prom, you have no idea what that if you saved or failed, what happened to you.
I don't even know what happened to me. I don't even know if that was real.
What was real, Rom? Or were you not saying that out loud?
That was above game, but like,
Okay.
you can see me visually distraught and like more than I like. I was more brooding and like kind of withdrawn. You can see there is something wrong on my face more than like I was letting on before.
I'll just put a hand on Prom's shoulder and ask, "You all right?"
Which
What is
shoulder? His left or his right?
Oh boy. Odd left, even right.
Okay.
It is even, so I put my hand on his right shoulder and ask, "Are you okay? What is it?"
You feel underneath his fur some raised skin from the same shoulder where he was touched.
I recoil a bit and ask, "Are you sure you're okay?"
No, and I pulled down my like vest.
Please don't actually strip on camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, unless that's what you're into.
I only heard a few people complaining. What?
It's a family show.
but like I pulled
PG-13.
down the like.
It's PG-13.
It's a family. It's a family show, comma, motherfuckers.
Let's go back 20 minutes to the dick and the peanut butter.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Okay. You pull your vest off your shoulder and you can feel there's something underneath it. On your right shoulder, where you were touched.
Like underneath the fur?
Yeah, like tattooed on your skin underneath the fur.
Tattooed?
Yeah.
Can I see what it is? Like, can I see it?
Yeah, you can. Your investigation's at 11. You're gonna have to roll for it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I get up, sigh a little.
You
pick up
see
my-
this going on, like you know something's immediate.
My investigation roll was a 5.
Bale, you're gonna help.
I'm gonna walk over and look at it thoroughly.
Okay,
Like-
roll with advantage then, Alvin.
Like pull the hair away.
Yeah.
Well, now it's a 10.
10 plus 11 is 21.
Sure, that's the way it works.
Right. When you guys aren't in combat, like, I'll add the pass. With you and Bale, like, pulling the fur back, you can see it, and it is the hand. Not an eye yet, but there's the hand that is the symbol tattooed on his shoulder.
Dispel magic.
What level? 3rd?
That's all I can do, right? 3rd?
Yeah, 3rd's all we got.
Oh, 3rd is all you got. You take 7 points of psychic damage.
Who's got a knife?
I don't think that'll help.
There's no way you're cutting me.
I'm a healer, don't forget.
I mean, I can cast healing spells too. That doesn't necessarily mean
I
anything.
know. I'm your assassin, but yet I'll heal you.
No, I don't think this is anything.
I'll see if I can.
I don't think this is anything a simple healing spell will reverse. This is some kind of curse.
I want to see if I could put my holy symbol on it and give a prayer to Io in silence.
Like directly touching the tattoo, like pull the fur back and touch it.
Yeah,
4 points of psychic damage.
I hold it there.
Turn 2, another 4 points of psychic damage.
Io's not going to help, huh?
You don't know, but it is doing damage to you. You can feel it pulsing in your mind.
After like a couple times, I'll pull it away. You are cursed.
Can I just prestidigitation over that spot and make it look like his regular fur and everything's back to normal?
Yeah, you can press digitation to make it look like normal, but it's not normal.
Can I cast remove curse?
You can certainly try.
It says object though. Does that?
I would consider a magical tattoo put by a god on somebody an object.
Are you treating prom like an object?
It says the spell breaks it. Attunement.
Oh, that's only for cursed items. Okay, so no.
Is it a cursed item? Is it a cursed item?
No.
It's a magic item. A tattoo is a magic item that needs to be attuned.
Yeah. Well, not all of them need to be attuned, but... Do you want to try and remove curse?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 points of psychic damage.
Bael, Bryn, are you two doing okay? You don't look so great.
I'm more worried about prom at the moment.
I'm fine.
Me too, but
AJ's like, you guys should cut off his arm. It'll grow back.
No, I'm concerned about him too, but your attempts so far have you looking a little...
So I do nothing?
Still there.
We should talk to Zafir about this. Prom, do you feel okay? Any different?
My internet's being weird. I'm gonna go check the router real quick. Like, we're still connected and live, but it's being weird.
Is there a storm coming?
Storms are brewing in this campaign.
Yeah.
I just got cursed.
What do you think, Tomash?
Shattered your character today.
What do I think about the curse?
Yeah.
Well, out of my area of expertise, so I really have no thoughts on it.
I wanted to scream out to you because as soon as you said you didn't want to say Vecna's name and he said, how do you know he already hasn't? I knew it was Vecna.
Same.
Well, Promathus, how do the humans say this? You're fucked.
We should talk to Zafir about this.
I agree with Alvin.
The Ethernet plug was loose.
No, I mean, I can, Arathis gives me certain powers to cure poisons and disease and help people get back up to normal, but nothing like this, nothing with curses.
How can we keep saying that he's a god when he's not?
We don't.
Because when he can curse somebody in their dream, I don't think semantics matters anymore.
He's a powerful lich, not a god.
I don't give a damn. We're just going to keep saying God. Accept it.
I ain't accepting it.
Okay, then at least stop pointing it out, because the point is we're around people who think that he's a god, and maybe we don't want to piss them all off with one damn sentence.
I agree with Lucy.
I just grunt and walk away.
He doesn't get any more powerful or less powerful based on what we call him. What we can do is not piss people off. At any rate, I'll walk out of the room and see if I can find Zephyr.
In the map
I'll go
room.
with you.
He's in the map room. Where you
I'll
guys talked the other day.
just run into the room and say, Zephyr, could you come with us for a moment? It's important, please.
Yeah, sure.
And we bring him back and show him the tattoo.
I unprestidigitate the area.
I drop concentration on prestidigitation. Let me pull
Say
up
that 10 times fast.
prestidigitation.
Concentration on prestidigitation.
That's one.
I know.
Do you know what this is, Zephyr? Prom just woke up with this mark. Is there any way of getting rid of it? We've tried a few different things.
Apparently, it hurts somebody if they touch it.
He does actually have a 5th level spell slot, so he will try Greater Restoration on it. And will take 11 points of psychic damage.
Yes, like that.
Yeah, that's
Just like
that's
that.
on there.
What does this mean?
You're marked.
For what?
I don't know.
Can the Whispered One see him through that? Or spy on us somehow?
I doubt it.
Well, that's comforting at least.
You know how I asked about that sewers?
Yeah.
We may need to go there as soon as possible.
I
Like
agree.
now.
I agree too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I kind of like pull up my vest and like pull my, like, make sure nobody can touch it.
Okay.
And there's more we need to talk about too, Zephyr.
Yeah, we can talk about it on the way to wherever you're going in the sewers is.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll find it. You'll know.
All right.
And while we're walking, I'll fill him in about the seal and the text that was on it, and the statues of the 3 lesser deities, 2 of whom we know and 1 we don't, and all the background info.
He's gonna make an insight check. Or sorry, history check.
Guidance.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I walked off.
I know.
We know. That's gonna be a 4 plus 19 for 23 plus 1 is 20. Wait, he's proficient in history, so 24 plus 4 is 28 plus 1 is 29. The Raven Queen. The last statue was of the Raven Queen.
Could she tell us how to remove this mark?
I don't think she'd talk to him with that mark.
She could talk to me.
Simon mentioned that there
Above game, I have commune as the ritual. That's why I asked.
Yeah. She might.
Simon mentioned that there were 2 other seals besides this one that was broken,
Yeah.
and the followers
So
of
there was text on them?
yeah. I'll show him the charcoal rubbing that I did and all that, and the followers of the Whispered One are trying to find the other 2 seals and break them as well, so that he can ascend.
So now
Do you
we're
have
gonna
any
fight a
idea
war on
where
2
they might
fronts.
be, so we could get there first?
Huh. He's gonna roll a 3 for a 9. No idea.
Do you have any idea where we might start looking? Or where there might be texts that might be helpful?
Ruins of the first one along the mountain range here.
Are we walking in the sewers now?
Yeah, it takes you like 20-30 minutes to get to where the entrance to the sewers is. But you guys walk in there.
Is Bale with us now? Did we find Bale on our way to the sewers?
He saw you guys walking there. It's his choice to join you or not.
I would have sent him a message telling him we're going to find Sawyer in the sewers if you would like to join.
I'll catch up.
Oh.
You can reply to this message.
It takes you guys about 16 minutes, and you guys turn a right. Like the second right you take, there's the door.
I knock on the door.
It swings open. And you are in a familiar pocket dimension of Sawyer's Wonderful Magic Item Shop.
Before I walk in, I pull down where the mark is
Okay.
and ask, am I safe?
It's a pocket dimension. You should be.
All right. I just have something in place.
Do you have any idea how to get rid of this?
He's gonna make an Arcana check. Guidance?
Yes.
So he has +7 intelligence with expertise, so that is going to be a 41 with the +4 from guidance. He has expertise. He has a +19 in it. 30. Oh, sorry, 42. 42. 38 +4.
Out of game, I knew this was the right decision.
I mean, it is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything.
Rule 42.
You rolled a 42.
He's going to go back behind the counter to his bookshelf that he has there and starts looking through the books.
While we're all in there, I'll introduce him to Zafir.
Hello.
He's a friend.
Hi. Hello. Can't reading, looking. Finally, near the bottom of the shelf, pulls this book out and puts it on the table and starts flipping through it. Flips through, reads. You're not going to like this.
Well, I've had a pretty shitty 24 hours. I'm sure it's only going to get more peachy.
Kill him.
Excuse me?
Kill him. Vecna.
I mean, yeah, that's the plan eventually.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to kill him if we don't know how?
Well,
Well,
it's happened before.
how long do I have?
Well, it says here. So what that is called an anchor tattoo. Gods have used it before to control people. Mostly those that are tied to the astral sea. I've never seen someone attached to the Shadowfell like Vecna use it. It can take anywhere between 7 and 13 of them.
So he can control me at any time.
When you get to that number, sure. Right now, no.
And how to get rid of it.
They'll turn to scar tissue when the god that touched them died.
And what about, so he can control him if he gets 7 of those? What about only 1? Does 1
No,
affect him adversely or do anything?
one doesn't give him any adverse or positive effects from anything I can see in this book on these.
Well, that's a piece of good news at least.
Megs.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I
With
can
my
put
death.
some words on it.
Would my death rid me of the curse?
No.
He's a god of death, so the guess would be no.
And maybe more importantly, undeath.
Yes. That's exactly it.
I'm not sure death is going to free you from this.
So we have to stop him now.
I don't think we're strong enough to do so.
But I think we might be strong enough to at least find these other 2 seals before the Blackthorns can.
Weaken his control. Don't let the seals break. Slow his ascension.
Speaking of the seals, the first one's already broken, and I'll show Sawyer the charcoal rubbing. Do you have any idea where the other 2 might be?
Hold up, I need to math. He's going to make a history check to see if he remembers it in his books. Somebody going to give him guidance?
Guidance.
Does he also have expertise in that?
Yes, he
You
does.
beat me to it.
So that's going to be a 38. I have several books I've made myself on these ruins. I believe you guys came across one and actually returned one to me. Hey, let me look. Goes back. You didn't see the books you guys gave him. My pen dried up. Can't take notes. So, can you describe these ruins for me?
Our friend Royce could tell you exactly what they look like.
Damn it! Take your point.
Hoist it on your own petard.
Take your point of inspiration for fucking me over. So he will relay that the room had the 3 statues, and then there was a hidden staircase going down into that, and then there was the temple. Willem's like, interesting. So 3 statues, 3 different gods. Zavir, you believe one to be the Raven Queen. He kind of nods his head. The other 2 were who again? I don't have that page of notes in front of me.
It was
Loris doesn't have
Helm
them on his
and
sheet.
it was Helm and Kellamvor.
Kellamvor, okay.
Yeah, I kind of accidentally packed my notes up. Fuck.
It wasn't those 3 gods. It was 3 different ones in these ruins, but there's ruins that match that. But I didn't see a staircase in there when I went there. There's one on the mountain range north of Peniel and one south along the mountain range in the west desert.
They'd expect us to probably go to the closest one and go to the furthest one.
They're pretty equidistant, unfortunately.
Not from this area.
Oh, yes, fair. The West Desert one would be farther, but then you'd have to go through the desert or take a boat around and then go up.
So if you were trying to bring the Whispered One back, which ruin would you go to first?
Do we know if they have knowledge of the locations of these dig sites?
As far as we know, what Simon said, he didn't know where they are.
He may have been lying.
Royce will also point out, because he has keen mind, he also lied about a lot of things.
He lied about a lot of things, and he he said it was mostly just to see how much we knew.
What if we're being followed?
I'd know. I'd know. Seriously. So that's it. You guys are going to go after these ruins and leave us here to fight Blackthorn after you pushed his buttons.
The green idiot is more of a threat.
Yeah, the fight against the Whispered One is the only fight that matters right now. If he ascends, we're all done. That
But
has
like
to be
you
the
all
first.
said, we don't have the power to fight him. It's only because my father was there that we even stood a chance against one of his avatars.
We'd have the element of surprise, though.
We do not.
Well, I turned to the people that helped us. You could help us.
Yes, please, Zephyr. I know that the fight against the Blackthorns is important to you, and we want to help with that, but right now, the fight against the Lich has to be job number 1. Surely you can see that.
Lich is up here. Blackthorn way down here.
And they're also probably the same fight. The Blackthorns are trying to help the Lich return. They're the ones who are going to be at these ruins trying to bring him back.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance. Yeah, beat you.
I said thank you, not I wasn't trying.
I know. I'm just playing.
Alright, that's a natural 19 and a 4 on the d4, and I have a +6, so that's like 29.
I'm going to ask a very pointed question, Sawyer. If we were to trade taking down the church here for one of the seals, would that weaken him? All those followers turned against him?
It'd be a start, probably. I say from the back.
Certainly couldn't hurt.
Wow. Arcana check, nat 20 plus 19 for 39.
Damn.
Gods thrive off being worshipped. If the seals are power that he already had, and he needs these followers to worship a god, you could theoretically stop the church here, turn them against him, and he'd lose power, more power. It's a risk, either way. But failing at a seal and then also losing the chance to take him down here in the city, you're losing on two fronts, rather than potentially winning on one. But it's up to you all, I believe.
I say we just destroy the church.
So how do we turn his followers against him?
That's $1 million question, isn't it?
What are dollars? I'm not familiar with that currency.
Yeah, and Zafir mentioned something about a Jesus Christ yesterday. We're not totally sure who he is either.
I think he said Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, he was a fishmonger in Marteep. You guys didn't know that?
Interesting.
Interesting guy.
Sawyer.
Yes.
Circumstances that led to this curse. Was that I tried to contact Delathan
All right.
through his, and I pull out the sword.
Yes. Yeah.
I received this sword from a goblin claiming to be a copper dragon.
What was his name?
Went by the name of Grack.
Oh, yeah. Cool little dude. Got the wheelchair and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite charismatic individual, I must say.
Good drinking buddy.
In my dream, where I received this curse, I saw what was apparently the humanoid form, or was supposed to be, of Delathan.
Okay.
But given that I was cursed by Vecna, I don't know anymore.
Make an intelligence check.
I'm going to burn an inspiration on that one.
Okay.
Worth it!
Nat 20.
Nat 20. That is a 21.
The last thing you remember from that dream is looking into the face of Vecna over top of who you thought was Delathan. So you're pretty sure it was Vecna the entire time.
My instincts tell me that was not Delathan.
Okay.
But
so I have enough information to tell you what I think you're asking, which is what happened. How was it able to happen? Is that correct?
yes.
Alright. Opening your mind up to the astral sea to ask of a god to look beyond the gate between the high realms or the low realms and other gods' cases is a two-way street. Other people who you're not trying to contact can get in.
So I'll let a beacon.
Not necessarily. It sounds you just got lucky.
Oh, it seems to be my lucky day then.
Yeah.
My question is, how do I get in contact with Grack then?
I mean, do you want me to contact him for you?
I would love that.
All right. I will say before I cast sending and ask him to come here. Do you want me to put some like wards to stop scrying on your tattoo?
Yeah, it would probably be
Alright.
a prudent move.
Let's be an arcane on that. That is going to beat his DC by a bunch. Basically, I'd roll a 3 or higher to succeed. Turns his hands, and there's like an arcane kind of goes over your shoulder and vanishes out.
Thank you for your help, Sawyer. Is there other aid you can give us?
I wish I could, but unfortunately being tracked down and traced by using magic too much from Valerian is still a risk.
One other thing, Sawyer, and this feels pretty trivial by comparison, and I'll pull one of the sets of Daywalker armor out from my backpack and just say,
Yes.
we found 3 of these. Is there anything you could do to like modify them so that we could use them?
I can strip
Or
out the
should-
extra layers and just turn them into plate mail.
That would be great.
Cool.
Yeah, we got them off of, I guess you call them vampires.
Looks at Severe. Yeah, we call them vampires.
So
How much
yeah,
for the services?
Oh, bother. What do you mean services? And you
Well,
see a mage hand start going to town and like ripping out the leather and cloth from inside the Daywalker armor. You see like this invisible, like the hand is just covered in fluff, which is the only way you're able to see it.
yeah, and then while he's doing that, I'm pulling out the 2 other sets.
Okay.
So while that's all going on, I'll turn to Zephyr
Okay.
and I'll say, it's probably not much, but I might have one idea of how we can turn some of his followers against him. And I'll tell him the story of what happened to my family and show him the rags of clothing and the letter from my father. And I know this isn't much, but it could be a start if people could know about this. Maybe he'd lose some of his support.
what
He's
if
going to insight check you.
Alvin? I liked your idea, but I think I have another.
I'd like to hear his idea and Severe says, but then I have a comment on that idea. Boom.
What if we could forge a royal decree by Prince Blackthorn denouncing Vecna?
and draw him back to the city?
We have something in our pocket that would allow us to create a royal decree we could hand out to the people, denouncing Vecna as the god of secrets and claiming religious freedom for all.
If he found out that we were responsible for putting that out, the Raven Forge would be burned to the ground.
Who's to say it won't be burned to the ground already?
That's fair.
And who's to say it has to come from the Raven Forge?
I mean, if he figured
That's-
it out.
Right,
Not
but
like
I'm saying your handprints don't need to be on this.
That's where we come in.
That's how we can be useful to you.
I have a comment on your idea, Alvin, right?
Yeah.
The captain of the guard, the police force here in the city, not the vampire spawn that Blackthorn uses, is not a devout follower of the Whispered One. He has his doubts.
And if we could sow those doubts,
it might be enough to get the captain of the guard and those people on our side in this fight as well.
that's a start. Do you think the information and evidence that I have about my family would be enough to sway him?
I think we need a little bit more, but it certainly is not a bad start.
Well, where should we look for more?
What do we have in the way of evidence, like real hard evidence about Vecna?
Be nice to know what his real name is.
Megs, take your point of inspiration. What was that, Bryn?
All I heard was, that's it.
Quiet One, do you have any ideas? You seem to have good ideas occasionally.
I don't.
Oh, bother.
What about this? And I'll show the charcoal rubbing for what feels like the 35th time today.
Oh, jeez.
Is the seal something that could persuade anyone? If they know their god of secrets is really a lich betrayer.
I mean, we could certainly try. It might just be enough. We'll only get to try this once.
I look at Sawyer and it's like, do you have any idea how we can get more evidence on Big Green Ugly?
Sawyer's watching his mage hand rip up the armor right now and laughing. This looks funny.
Gotta hand it to you.
Point Megs. God dang it. That made me laugh.
And I need to start having the Twitch open while we do this. I feel like I'm missing a lot.
Yeah.
Of
She told you to stop showing your rubbing. Put it away. It's a family show.
I have no response to that. That's excellent.
Yeah, right.
And when you said that's where we come in, I said that's where we come in. The Chuckle Fox. Damn it, AJ.
Oh yeah. By the way, Zafir, don't
AJ,
don't
take a point of inspiration, even though you don't play.
By the way, Zafir, don't call us that thing we told you to call us. It
All
turns
right.
out there's some other group that's calling themselves that, and
Yeah,
we
fair
can't
enough.
use it. So
It's
we'll think of something
hard to
else.
come. It's hard to get like names that aren't
Yeah,
like,
right.
used by somebody else. Like everything links Bard again, but like anyway, that's a whole other conversation. That might be enough to get him.
What might?
The captain
Sorry,
of the
I
guard.
completely lost the train there.
The lane train. Sorry.
Yeah.
Between the rubbing, calling him a lich,
And
your
this, and
story.
I'll show some of the scraps of clothing and the letter from my father.
Might be enough. Well, also we can intimidate him a little bit, but
Well, sure.
yeah.
All this time when this does happen, I'll have my hand on his shoulder. Guidance, guidance, guidance.
You're right.
On whose shoulder?
Yours.
When you're
I'm not trying to persuade anybody.
No, I mean when you
trying to-
persuade the captain of
Oh.
the guard.
Sure.
The other thing that'd be hard.
I just foresee Lucy standing on the other side, and it's a competition.
Yeah.
double.
Guys! Oh, I was first.
Should we shoulder or just goose him?
Guidance.
Well, you see, guard.
Jesus Christ.
The fishmonger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Raven Queen,
Yeah, I
have
think-
mercy on me. Good God.
Yeah, I think that's all I have until the armor is done.
And he's working on the last one now.
I'll take the first two, give one to Bael, and
is
Take
it
one
better
for
than
myself.
the armor I have on now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mithril.
I think it's you don't have myth.
no,
Oh, yeah,
Bael
you
has
do.
mithril, so
Split mail,
it
so
would
no.
well, it would be +1 to your AC, but you would
Would
have
get disadvantage on stealth checks again.
It's up to you.
Like
is-
I'm gonna stealth.
Okay, it is better than what I have, so I'll just change out of my split mail and put the plate mail on.
Okay.
I mean, if the plate mail is a little better,
Anyway. The other thing we can exploit, potentially because of this tattoo now, is Howell's relationship with Prince Blackthorn. But that's riskier.
Who's Howell? Do we know who Howell is?
The high priest of the Church of the Whispered one here in town.
Oh.
Does not get along with Blackthorn because of the undead powers given to him, aka his vampirism by Vecna. A loyal servant feeling slightly betrayed.
We can leverage that.
It's going to be extremely difficult, but if we get more later, we absolutely can, especially if Blackthorn's abusing his power or something.
oh, he definitely is.
We have lots of ways to hit this problem. If you're okay sacrificing one of the seals to do it.
Seems to be no other way. I'm okay with it.
And if it's possible, the third seal, would it be possible for Sawyer to get us there real quick?
I mean, I can certainly try. There's no guarantees.
think Severe and I should have a meeting with the captain of the guards. That won't take long, hopefully.
I think we all should go and intimidate the shit out of him.
In a nice way.
Yes, in a nice way.
Do you know how to intimidate the shit out of somebody in a nice way?
Kill him with kindness.
I mean, maybe.
I prefer the truth if that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do happen to be proficient in intimidation.
And you use blood magic, right? That might come in handy.
I do.
Excellent. Excellent.
Imagine if he has Valyr's armor.
Oh my god. At his level, yeah. Alright. So I think we have a plan set then?
I think so. I
Yep.
have just a couple of errands I want to run first.
Okay.
I asked Sawyer if he has any tomes on dragons.
I could actually help you with that a little.
22. Yeah, which ones?
Metallic specifically.
Pulls out like 4 books appear underneath his hand on the counter.
Copper dragons would probably be the most relevant to
Let's see. I've
me.
got Dragons, Practical Dragons by Lakaran, which is Practical Dragon Advice. I've got The History of Dragons by Lakaran. I have The Magics of Dragons by Lakaran. And then I have The Dragons of This World by Lakaran. What can I interest you in?
All of them.
Cool. 18 gold?
Done.
Cool.
I would like books on this vampire stuff.
That I can't help you with. They're in my private collection. Sorry.
Copy them, please.
I mean, it takes time. Is there anything else I can get any of you guys, though?
Holy water.
Ask a cleric. Wait, you are a cleric.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I said it.
Oh no, he knew. He was laughing at him. Yeah, you were going to say something?
A forgery kit?
Not my expertise.
You got any books for sale on this lich?
Personal collection stuff.
You
Hmm.
do you have any more of those backpacks a certain person was famous for making?
I do.
How much would one of those?
1 second. Uh, 500 gold. Also, I hate because it's me and I do this naturally. I can see into your guys' bags and things. You sure you don't want to be able to contact me if you need any more help?
Do we want to contact him?
Couldn't hurt to have the means.
I'll slam the book down on the table and open it up to the page.
He'll sign
I'll
it.
turn to the other guy as well.
He'll sign it. You want Zavir to sign it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zavir will sign it as well.
So above game, Bael, are you gonna take the plate mail or stick with your mithril splint?
I'm just which one's would give me which one's better?
The plate mail will give you better AC. The mithril splint will stop you from having disadvantage on stealth checks. So it's your call.
Right, shaking his head.
I'm shaking my head at Megs.
How much better AC is a plate mail?
+1.
So put me up to 20
Yep.
with disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah, but you'll have disadvantage on stealth again.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and take one, and then I'll just put the other one in my backpack.
Do you want... How many of you
Oh, no,
guys don't have backpacks? 4? How many of you guys don't have backpacks of belonging? 4 or 5?
I don't have one.
I'll 4 for the armor.
For the last armor?
Sure. Deal.
For the mithril splint.
Oh. Can I have mine in blue?
Yes.
Alright, gotta add this stuff
Is
now.
that a deal?
Plate mail's better for me.
Alvin?
Sure.
All right.
So we had 3 sets of Daywalker armor, so now we have 1 left over.
No, wait, that's also plate.
Yeah, so we have 1 set of plate mail left over.
Correct.
Okay. So I'll just add a spare set of plate mail to my backpack.
So I guess
Unless somebody
Bael,
else.
Promathus, Lucy, and Tomash can add backpacks of belonging to their inventories then.
I'm gonna add my backpack to my backpack because you're a dog. We heard you like backpacks.
Right. Okay.
I am removing the mithril splint.
Alrighty.
All right.
And now my AC is 20.
Heck yes.
Must be nice.
What are you guys off to do?
Talk to the guard, I guess.
Well, I have a couple of things I'd like to do before that.
Okay.
If we have time.
Also, I'd like to know if Grack responded.
Oh, I still have to send him a message, don't I? What do you want me to say? I almost forgot.
We are in a lot of trouble, and I could really, really use somebody I could trust.
And I hope you're not pooping.
And you pooping.
Okay. All right, I'll relay that information to him. Is the pooping thing important? Okay. Roll a d100 for me, please.
That is a 50. That is 50 and then a 0 on the single digit die.
Okay. Did I roll higher or lower?
Lower.
It's a good bet. He definitely rolled a 2.
He rolled an odd something.
No, actually, I did not roll a not something. Kind of sends the message into his wire. kind of vanishes into the air. 10, 20 seconds later, he kind of puts his head down. Okay, he's gonna see what he can do. No guarantees he'll be here today.
Hey, there's one thing I sensed from Grack was that he helps those who asks for help.
Okay. All right, so what would you like to do on your way?
Really quickly, I would like to try to sell my splint mail and the extra set of plate mail we have. And I would like to try to buy 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold each.
Okay.
I would also like to buy a 3rd platinum ring.
And me too.
Yeah, anybody who wants one.
It's not that hard on the surface level to find a blacksmith shop. They'll give you 70% value for the splint and the plate mail because they have seen some combat usage. I'm not doing the math. Sorry. And they're able to make platinum rings because they mint some of the coins for the city here. So they do have platinum.
Okay, so it's 200. The listed price is 200 for the splint and 1500 for the plate. So 70% of that would be 1190.
Correct. And you can just take off the cost of, I guess, 4 platinum rings.
Well, what's interesting is 1190. Can you guess?
Oh my god, is it divisible by 7?
It is a multiple of 7. So
oh
we each,
my god.
So that's
Wow.
so that's 170 gold each.
Okay.
For everybody.
Well,
And
I
then-
will
And
take
then I'll
100.
deduct,
Yeah.
I'll deduct 100 for 2 platinum rings.
How are you not the lucky 7?
Racist is going to take us 170 gold.
I'm taking 120 and give him 50 for the ring.
If you guys
I will
want a
do the
ring,
same.
take 120. If you don't want a ring, take 170.
Oh, damn. I'm racking up the gold.
Yeah. And then you probably look at your gold on your character sheet for Friday, and you're like, not really, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what would the platinum ring be in D&D Beyond.
There is a platinum ring in D&D Beyond.
Is there?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't see it.
Oh, there's not. I believe it's the same as like others, so I believe it's just 50 gold.
Yeah, it's just I need so to cast Warding Bond,
Yeah.
both myself and whoever I'm casting it on need to
I'll-
have 50 gold.
I'll find it and
value
add it to
platinum rings.
who got it? Who got a ring?
I did. We could
I
use
did.
the signet ring instead of the platinum ring and just customize the name.
Do
It's a
that,
non.
so it's less work for me. Okay. And you guys are heading over to the captain of the guard after that?
I imagine so. That's what we're doing, right, Alvin?
Yeah, can I just get so who did not get a ring?
Race.
I didn't.
Okay, I will.
I will pay for Royce.
Well, hang on.
No. Race doesn't want
Hang
one.
on. 'Cause
Royce
I-
doesn't want one.
I got 2 because I thought it was just me, and I was going to give one to somebody else. But if everybody else has one, I'll give the second one to Tomash. So everybody who wants one has one.
Yeah, Royce is
So I
ranged
can-
and doesn't need it, so.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
his
so
words.
Tomasz, go ahead and just add a signet ring to your inventory.
Alvin's like, I bequeath this ring to you, my love.
And Kith. Now Kith.
Knowledge is what
Knowledge.
brings us together today.
Still need to watch that in Discord at some point. Anyways, so you guys are gonna
Yeah,
head,
I'm all
you
set.
guys are gonna head with Xavier to the captain of the guard. Okay.
Yep.
I need everybody to make perception checks, please.
$16.
16.
22.
A whopping 9.
Oof.
22.
You said perception?
Royce rolled an 11.
Twinsies.
Nat 20 plus 8, 28.
Okay. Bael, Alvin, and Lucy. You're being followed. Almost as soon as you leave the blacksmith shop.
I like
By a couple
Look at-
people in Daywalker
Yeah.
armor.
I look at a couple of our party members as we're walking, like we're talking. I'm like moving my mouth. Shift my eyes like back that way a little.
Yeah.
And by the way, I can't find the ring on the D&D
It's
Beyond.
Signet ring.
Yeah, I see them. What's our move? Do we have a fight here on the street in broad daylight, or try to duck away somewhere?
We lead them to the Raven Forge. And then hopefully our allies might be able to ambush them. Xavier.
That's probably the best idea. But unfortunately, he points in front. And there's a person standing there. Some type of odd weapon over their shoulder. Their hood down.
Are they in the same kind of armor?
No. Their armor has more brass and bronze and decorative. It has a couple gears on it that are turning.
Is that him?
Who?
The captain of the guards?
No.
Strange weapon, you say.
Yeah. Bryn,
Did we recognize it?
you
It's-
looked like you were going to say something.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do I recognize any, like, the craftsmanship on the armor at all?
You guys
Would
have
I-
seen this armor before.
Have we seen this person before?
You don't know yet because you haven't seen their face.
You said the hood was down. I thought it.
Yeah.
Is there a check I can make to see where I recognize the armor from?
Yeah, it's an intelligence check. It's a general intelligence check.
I
Wait,
walk over-
Royce! Never mind. Royce has keen mind. He knows
Royce
exactly,
would know
He knows
who
exactly
this is.
He knows exactly who it is, and he whispers under his breath, "It's freaking Eon."
I walk over to Bryn and like just brush up against her and cast first level cure.
Oh yeah, your health's still low from earlier, right?
Yeah.
Pulls his
Yeah.
foot off. And it's Eon Marth, except his cheeks and bones are like sagged in, like it's almost skin dried against his skull.
15, Bryn.
See, the
Thanks.
benefits of working for a god of undeath is that eventually the benefit gets granted upon to you. And you see a couple more Daywalkers come out from behind him, where you're surrounded in this kind of pocket in the city, in an unfriendly part of town. And that's where we're going to take off next week.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum. With that, thanks everybody who tuned in and hung out and chat with us.
Make sure you raid someone.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Thank you. Um, so with that, we will see you guys all next Monday for next episode of Alaris 2 campaign here on Mondays, and we'll see you guys for the Friday campaign on Friday.
His calculations are correct.
For the big, huge battle. And, yeah, see you guys then. Peace out.